We are here tonight for a poetry slam.
If a student is disruptive or seems frustrated, remove them from the safety of their peers, and anyone like them must go.
When you look at my body, what do you see?
I got up here and made y'all make all types of noise. Made y'all make noise for Urban Word NYC. And there's hella people in here who have no idea what Urban Word NYC is.
I think the really unique thing about Urban Word is that it provides a safe space to feel like my voice is important and matters. And they also end up linking me with other people who can help hear my voice.
The things that I learned and the people I learned it from just continue to follow me and help me no matter where I'm at.
My name is Sophia Snow. I'm the Executive Director of Urban Word NYC. We serve about 25,000 youth all across New York City. We have what we call our core programs, things like the New York City Youth Poet Laureate Program that is the founding Youth Poet Laureate Program in a national network of 40 cities and counting. We also run the citywide Teen Poetry Slam that culminates with Grand Slam finals at the Apollo every year. We have on-site weekly workshops and a youth-led open mic called First Draft.
One of the things you realize is a lot of kids don't think their voices are legitimate. They say things like, well, I'm not a good writer, so I can't write poetry, or I can't spell, I can't write poetry, and we're trying to unteach them.
When we create communities that help people feel seen and feel like the stories they have to tell matter, we are creating a healthy, more whole society.
To see something that's been here 20 plus years and to watch the young people that we serve become adults and watch them start serving communities and becoming facilitators and not just working poets, but like global citizens. That is why I have to stay at Urban Word NYC.
When people ask me about what Urban Word is, I really just think about how our fundamental value system hasn't changed over the years. It's really about creating and curating a dynamic, engaging environment for young writers of New York City, and then also providing them with platforms where they can share their powerful voices. But over the last 20 years, where the platform has taken the organization is incredible.
I think about when a student comes to Urban Word for the first time. There's a student that's been overwhelmed by an incredible amount of sadness. They don't know who to talk to. They can't afford a therapist. They feel alone in the world. And then suddenly they come to a workshop at Urban Word and they see other kids who feel exactly like them. You empower them through the use of language.
One of my teachers was like, have you ever heard of Poetry Slam? And then I found this thing called New York City Youth Poetry Slam. I went to the semifinals round at Louder Arts and I think I was with my mom. And I just never seen anything like it before. There were all these young people who looked like me and actually looked like me. I knew that they were also kids who were having a really hard time graduating and a really hard time feeling valuable and a really hard time avoiding, getting locked up and being in gangs. And for the first time in my life, I didn't care about winning. I just really, really, really wanted to do what those kids were doing.
Through the writing and the poetry, we're so much more vulnerable and so much more free and open to actually address the issues that we are going through in our everyday lives. See, the poetry itself is a therapeutic tool, but there is actually still therapy that exists, right? And so sometimes the writing itself allows those issues to be stated out loud. And that is something that leads people to wanting more help, right? To digging deeper.
I see the participants processing the difficult aspects of their life by turning to the page, turning to the stage.
My name is Carvin Sassan. I'm an actor, writer, singer. I currently star in Hamilton as George Washington on Broadway. I've been a part of Urban Word, I think, for the last 13 years. I was a young artist, homeless in the city. By the grace of God, I had places to sleep. I had couches to crash on, but I didn't have a home. And those are my years, actually, that I was in Urban Word. And Urban Word, in a lot of ways, was my home.
There are alums from Urban Word who've gone and won National Book Awards, who've gone and become tenure-track professors at Ivy League schools. They're kids who've gone on to become stars of the biggest Broadway show in history. That is what Urban Word makes possible.
It's the kind of space that reminds you of why we're really here, and it's a constant reminder of how we're all trying to grow. We're all trying to get to know ourselves better. We're all trying to love ourselves better and love each other better. And in a world that is so just politically polarized, having a space where young people are not afraid to dig into their stories, and they're also not afraid to put their own guards down and listen to each other. The world needs more people who are awake like that.
How do you feel about celebrating 20 years of Urban Word?
How do I feel about celebrating 20 years? First of all, I can't believe it's been 20 years. I also love the fact that the faces keep changing. So you know it's still happening. You know that everybody who goes through is reaching down and talking and saying, this is something that you have to do with your life. And so, praise be, I hope I'm here for the 40th anniversary.